Indiana now, fellas, all right? Best I've ever seen. Okay, Indiana. What is the basic synopsis of Indiana? Anybody tell me?
Looks like
Yep.
in.
Guys coming down the
There's
alley.
two guys at the behind the cage.
What's
Where
the
did
IN in Indiana stand
In.
for?
It's
Invert.
In your pants? What? In what? In my shorts, I've got a mess. I mean, what are we doing? Invert, okay? So,
Sorry, coach. Defender.
I just want you to keep studying. That's all I want you to know. Hey, I know by next week you'll be way ahead of me because you're the only one writing things down here right now, so you're going to do just fine.
There's a
I
video.
have two other schools' terminology. I just don't want to get confused and then be.
So invert in the Indiana invert, okay? Really simple, all right? Usually, and I'd say probably 85% of the time, the two guys we invert are going to be the two guys with short sticks, okay? So let's say Nate and Shaq draw the shorties. You two guys are going to go work together, all right? So, let's say we just cleared the ball. We're kind of in our base, 1-3-2. We're in our base, 1-3-2, okay? And then we see a situation. Hey, I like Shaq's or Nate's or both of yours matchups. I think you guys can blow by these slow pokes, okay? And you know what? Maybe neither of you can get the broadside of a barn with a shot, but if you guys beat your guy, guess what you're going to do? You're going to draw a slide. You're going to all have to do is find one guy and hit them in a big range of motion that they can catch and finish. So it's real simple, all right? So if there's one thing that I think I do well as a coach, fellas, is put guys in situations to be successful with what they're capable of doing. Been doing it for a long time, okay? I coached at a high school before that didn't have a whole lot of athletes, okay? We did pretty well for guys, the limited amount of athleticism we had, all right? So I want to make this point clear, fellas. I don't care if you're brand new to the game or you've been playing a long time. You need to step up, and if I put you in a situation, I expect you to be successful at it because I think you can do it, and I know you can do it. All right. So we see the situation. I like the matches we got with Nate and Shaq. We're gonna go. It's a 2-on-2 game. It's a 2v2 game. So we want these two guys to break their. I think we're stronger in our two spots here than our opponent. Okay. Maybe they got a shutdown long pull on Zach, and he's been having He's had a full half of just frustrating lacrosse. He doesn't have any points. Maybe he's got 2 turnovers. He's schlepping, which is a whole other story I'll talk about later, and all that jazz. Okay, so all we're gonna do is basically just say, all right, let's say it's these two guys up here that get the shorts. Okay, if I yell Indiana, are we just gonna jog down here and go to X and get the ball, expect to get it? No, guys, they're going to understand what the situation is here in college. They will understand. They'll adapt. They'll adjust. If not the first time, then certainly by the second time we call Indiana. Okay? That means we can't be lazy. So if the ball's over here, and long pole, Vince has got a long pole on him, we want these two guys to get down there, fellas. We need you guys to bust your butt to get to a spot so you can get to X. Okay? We want one of you two guys to go demand the ball, first off. Second, we want to get to an area where we can't allow easy switches on defense. That makes sense? You guys got the shortest. We don't want the defense to switch off and jump Nate or Shaq. We want to take that advantage against those slow, fat short sticks. All right. So Nate's got it. This guy's ducking. Maybe hard in, hard out. Okay. He gets it, and then immediately Vince. What do we do automatically in our offense after you pass it? We get through. Okay. We don't stand there, and we cut through with a significant intent, drawing, keeping the defense occupied, going, hey, backdoor cut. Guess what the defense is going to do? He is going to glue on the back of you, or you're going to catch a feed because the guy's lazy, you're going to catch a finish. Okay, but you're going to draw him through. So we quickly, immediately run this space through, so now Vince is in through here, and now Nate can catch the ball and go down here to X, or whoever it is. Shaq, Zach, you name it, okay? So now we got one guy down here. And generally, if you're off ball, you can probably just kind of jog your way down there, but you guys have got to recognize, fellas, you've got to make sure we don't want to let that switch happen. And let's say this over here is Vince now or whatever, and if this guy's lazy and they see him kind of going there, well, you know what? I'll take Vince against a shorty too, maybe. Whatever it is, but that guy who gets the shorty ultimately has to get the X. Okay? But if we're calling Indiana a situation where we have you two guys with shorties, I want you two guys to operate together as a unit and create some offense. So either way, we get down here, this guy's out now, so we've got all this space. The ball's at X. Let's say it's here right now. Where are my 4 other guys? Ball's at X. Ball's behind. You want high. Okay? You just kind of stagger it. I don't care if it's here. Okay? Hey, These four guys, again, there is no written black and white situation here, okay? These guys work. This guy comes to set a screen, okay? He may dodge right off that. We've got to use the screen. Just like in basketball, you're taught to rub shoulders as you come off a screen, right? In basketball, same thing here. We want to use it tight. We don't want to just kind of around it because it's going to be easy, all right? But the big thing here is, again, it's about creativity. And I'm not going to tell you what to do every time, and I don't want to tell you ever, anytime, what to do, except for we want to set a screen here. This guy can go to this point, and if this guy thinks his defense is being lazy, just break it off before he even does it. It's a quick little dump and a finish, maybe. Okay, so it's about creativity, taking what the defense gives you. But generally, this guy wants to come and set a screen here, in and around X. I don't care. If it works out that, the ball's way over here, and this guy wants to come all the way over here to set a screen, and now he's got an opportunity to either dodge this way or that way, okay? Whatever it is. But these two guys are working two on two here. All right, what's happening up here is you guys is communicating, this guy's got it, this guy's got the ball, he comes and sets a screen, okay? If we see this happening, he comes hard here, ball's obviously going to be coming up this side, this guy can come down hard here, chances are just an easy jog down is not going to work, okay? We want, again, to make the defense earn the ball back. So we just want a simple thing. I like to have this guy come back, shoot off that, and then this guy comes off the screen. But again, it's just all about time and communication and you guys working together as a unit. And that's going to come with repetition, okay? So as soon as we get in the field here in the next couple of weeks, indoor on Friday, we'll work on this a little bit, and so on and so forth. By mid-February, once everybody on the roster is active and able to practice, it'll be a whole lot different, okay? Speaking of that, we're going to be adding a couple of Tuesday practices in late February to catch up on some field time once everybody's in and eligible. So take a look at the schedule. But again, it's just a two-man game, 2-on-2, pick and rolls, move the ball, okay? For Colin Chance, you guys were at practice last week for our high school guys. We worked on 2-on-2 pick and rolls. I mean, it's just, there's nothing new. It's whether you can do it quicker now at the college level. This is not reinventing the wheel. This is not anything different than some 4th and 5th grade teams do. But you do it quicker. And you should be able to do it a heck of a whole lot more efficiently and have a whole heck of a lot less turnovers, and the ball should be in the air and in the stick and in the goal before most teams at the 4th and 5th grade level can actually pass the catch. All right? So that's what it's all about. It's just efficiency and doing it better and working together as a unit. All right? So any questions about that? The keys are here, invert to. Okay, this is not to say we can't ever invert a defenseman. If we get some big sloth of the long pole, I'll invert a mid or an attacker who's got some big sloth of the long pole. I'm no problem. That's fine. Okay? I'm not afraid to go against defensemen that are not capable of doing it. Just like we talk about the lock call. When the long pole brings over midfield, sometimes we'll lock, sometimes we won't. Because maybe he's a really good Alex Ham, we think he can beat us. Okay? So 2-on-2, it's basically a 2-4. All right? We want to attack from behind, okay? The goalie's looking here, he's communicating, catch and finish, catch and finish, catch and finish, okay? And just kind of simple action where this guy's coming in hard here, this guy maybe says no, he comes in, sets a screen, he comes around, okay? This guy maybe leak back out where the ball's coming around here, oh, he's not open, but we can dump and see through the slide, catch and shoot up here. Again, stuff we're going to work on, a little 2-on-2 and 3-on-3 games that we'll be practicing on Friday and so on. Questions about Indiana? Stick protection and fundamentals, fellas. That's all I'm going to preach. Okay? Have you seen Hoosiers?
Yeah.
Yeah, shooting's overrated.
Basketball, bro.
Okay? Shooting's overrated. You got to learn how to, pass, catch. In our case, pass and catch, pick up ground balls. All right? So, any questions about Indiana? Okay. Quick stop of the vid. Restart. We'll go over Indyland.